Hey, it's the crazy train.
Crazy.
And with me is Omer, Ibrahim.
Mine's up here, you pervert.
Blake Omer.
It must be crazy because Chuck don't shake like that.
And I'm your host, Rob Wade. Oh man, now I feel the pressure.
Do a catchphrase.
Hopelessly single.
Forever alone.
Forever alone.
Somebody love me.
Somebody's in the room with me and I feel wanted. No Brad again.
No.
Wait, what's the story there?
Well, the thing is, the problem with his skydiving last week is that he never actually came down.
No, he's still up there.
Yeah, we don't know how. He found some sort of change in the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Well, hopefully he can explain.
He didn't come down because that's too mainstream. He doesn't do gravity because other people do it.
Oh, okay. So maybe when he's next back on, he can explain to us how he managed to stay 30,000
it's
feet.
probably some project he'll make up on the spot.
I've
got a feeling we've now derailed him for the next 2 episodes, but you know.
That seems fine. 2 episodes, Blake, but we only ever do 1 at a time.
The
magic of editing.
So anyway, I saw a guy, funny enough, on the way here. It was I think judging by like what he was wearing, was a Sikh chap. Really, really long, like belly button length beard.
Okay.
Like I know it sounds really silly, but I spot beards. Do you know what I mean? It's because I have a beard.
When you say spot beard, you mean you notice beards, or you actually make notes?
I just go up to them and spray on them.
I like every type of beard. I just want a strong.
And I saw this guy's impressive beard, and then I thought, the fuck is on his head, right? And
that's racist.
No. This sounds really racist, but let me qualify. He did have like the stereotypical like Sikh like basket turban, if you know what I mean. But then he just had a blue carrier bag on top of it because it was raining, right? And the guy, as I looked at him as I drove past him, was smartly dressed.
Yep.
Like his beard was
naturally. No.
Yeah, his beard was.
There's dignity to think about.
His beard was like oiled and neat, like neater than mine, even though it's about 4 times the length.
Right.
He had like black trousers. I don't know if he'd just been to prayer or if he was going somewhere. Nice smart jacket, black shoes. His wife was again very smart. She was in like traditional attire, so she was like long sort of flowing skirt. Mm-hmm. She had a jacket over the top. They really, really smart. But a fucking carrier bag on his head, and it made him look ridiculous. It made him look like your trash wizard.
Yeah,
because he had a blue carrier bag.
Because he didn't even.
Because I'm guessing those turbans are probably quite expensive.
Yeah,
I've never owned one. I've never tried to buy one.
All I'm going to say
he was keeping it dry.
Just to play devil's advocate, if you can spring for an expensive turban, you can spring for a bag for life.
Or a what? No, you can buy an umbrella. Surely he could have a little umbrella that springs out the top of it, like Gadget Man.
Yeah, go Gadget umbrella.
Yeah.
Your reaction there was fucking priceless because you obviously thought I was going to say umbrella.
Yeah.
You could spring for a bag for life, and you just fucking broke. No.
That's because other people like it.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of ignorant whites, I saw an EDL march through Chatham yesterday.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, seriously. What was really kind of funny about it was that I remember the one thing that stood out. I was walking
So
past...
I'm going into the bag of party.
That's fine. I'm
going to make pizza. I've got olives, so I'm going to make an olive pizza.
Bag fest. Fest bag. Bag full of festivity. That's normally pot, but not in this case.
I'm making my own olive pizza. Carry on.
Yep. So they were walking through, over by sort of Debenhams way. Mm-hmm. With near Burger King, cash converters, stuff like that. And they're walking through, and I think they were saying EDL. They were quite... no, I'm dead serious.
They've got their Muslim ray guns.
They were satisfying that kind of stereotypical Neanderthal thing where they're just like, I was like, I'm fairly sure that's EDL, but I can't be sure because I just
you might be stupid.
Exactly, they could just be really thick people who happen to have a flag, and this flag on it had the word villa, right? Mm-hmm. Now, one of 2 things there: either they're the only people I know in the fucking Medway towns who support a Birmingham-based football team, or they decided the best way to signify national pride was to have a flag with Spanish words on it.
A house. I don't like the blacks. I don't like the Chinese. I don't like the Spanish.
Even ahead of myself.
No.
I don't know.
When I have killed all the other races, I will kill myself. Oh, the Hitler mechanism.
Yeah. Battle Royale extended edition. But it reminded me of because the first thing I said was typical fucking like white English ignorance. And it made me think of this time. It was when I'd first started working in London. I was walking through Piccadilly Circus, and this woman came barrelling down towards me, obviously very flustered, very annoyed.
Donkey Kong had thrown her.
She'd come all the way from China. But she was obviously very pissed off, and she was muttering to herself. And the only bit I caught when she looked at me as she said it, as if to suggest that I should be sort of, you know, feeling bad about whatever had just happened.
Yeah.
Was she just said, "Typical English ignorance," and then she walked past. And the problem was, I couldn't really reply because she just talked about English ignorance, and I had no idea what she was talking about.
Yeah.
So for me to turn around and go, "I don't understand," it'd just be like,
well,
of course you don't.
It's like I don't know. Recently, I went over to my sister's the other day, and her neighbour knocked round.
Yeah.
And he was talking to her, and the story goes apparently across the road, they live in a cul-de-sac. Across the road, some people have moved in. They have 2 big dogs that have been making noise, and that's what people have been kind of going on about, trying to get the council involved. Right, the dogs are always barking. That's fair play. But what he's done is dug up like dirt on this woman.
Okay.
And like I found out basically that her husband is a member of the EDF. EDF, yeah.
Well,
English Defence Force.
He works for one of those.
He works for an electricity company.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna change your electricity in your
I'm going to
gas.
save you money, you racist.
Only whites.
He
Sorry.
Oh wait, white power.
Oh, fucking
He
Sorry, you can only have white electricity through these
yeah.
ways.
So this neighbour's like, apparently her husband or her boyfriend, whatever, is like member of the EDF, and she's a prostitute.
Right.
We don't want that in our street. I'm like, right. I didn't know quite what to say because I don't agree with the EDL. Obviously, I think that they're fucking scum of the earth.
Oh no, Ibrahim disagrees with the idiot.
Who'd have thunk it?
Holy shit.
I think there are ways to be proud of your nationality. We're not going to get into that now, but fuck you, basically.
No, seriously.
But at the other end of the scale, we don't want this prostitution. To me, it's not a savoury thing. It's not something like condone, but it's not. Do you see what I mean? That's not a reason. Everybody's got to make a living. What's her story? Why is she a prostitute?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, why is she shacked up with this guy?
Yeah.
Who, and I'm going to be perfectly, we were talking about stereotypes, I don't like stereotypes, he's probably fucking abusive and an obnoxious cunt anyway.
Probably.
But, she's shacked up with him, they've got 2 big dogs, which may be guard dog, I don't think they're staffs, and I don't like the whole staff thing, because my girlfriend's got a staff and it's lovely.
Yeah, for sure. Like, some people have lovely staffs, but at the same time, generally you
I've told you a story of the time the little puppy staff ran up to me on the beach and I was walking with a friend.
No.
I was walking on the beach, it was the sea on where I live had almost frozen over.
Okay.
So I was walking on the beach because I wanted to see that, I wanted to get some pictures.
Right.
And this Staffordshire Terrier puppy ran up to my leg and was just like, "Oh, hello, I'm a little puppy." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And that wasn't the conversation that happened.
I think you had a breakdown.
But I bent down and fussed it. I'm good with dogs, I love dogs.
You took what?
What?
You bent down and what?
I bent down and fussed it.
Fussed it.
Fussed it. I mean, fussed. Fussroad C.
Fussroad dog.
I am the drunk wizard. Fussroad Expelliarmus.
Buy my tat.
But yeah, no, I bent down. Like, "Oh, hello, boy. How you doing?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And the owner walked up, and he's stereotypical, Stella drinking lager lout. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, mate." I'm like, "Oh, that's no worries. He's a friendly little chap, isn't he? Or he's only a puppy. He won't be." Well, fuck you. That is the reason that these dogs... And we can all go on about how dogs shouldn't be banned and blah, 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 and pit bulls, and then there's the whole, foxes do this and dogs aren't banned, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But at the same time, that's the fucking reason that anybody gets mauled by a dog.
Definitely.
Is because you allow it to be vicious. This thing was really friendly. I would have said he wasn't 6 months old, right? And he was really, really friendly, and it was lovely. Like, I love dogs like that. When I go to my girlfriend's house and I knock on the door, they've got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier and like a Jack Russell Cross.
Okay.
And they greet you with such energy and such playfulness. The staff now will walk up to me with one of her toys and instantly just wants to play tug of war with me straight away. And the other one will just grab a bone to show me something. That's lovely. That's how dogs should be. They're friendly.
Yeah.
But they're sort of, he won't be. Fuck you.
Yeah, seriously.
That's what I'm saying about these dogs are probably they're protecting something. I don't know, the guy's probably fucking drug dealing and shit as well.
Yeah.
But that was what I meant. With this guy was like, "We don't want that. We don't like them." And I was like, I don't actually have a problem with the prostitute. Maybe it's because he's overshadowed by the EDL member.
Yeah, that's...
But it's the oldest game in the world. It's the oldest money-making trade on the planet.
I feel like Risk is the oldest game in the world.
I think it's chess. We've already
Chess,
covered
yeah,
that.
chess is probably covered, yeah.
But, yeah, so that was another weird thing in the neighbourhood. But this guy's like... I'm guessing this guy's like, don't like the EDL. He's married to...
he's with Scottish Power.
He's married to a South African woman. So I'm guessing by the way he was talking, she's black South African. So he's obviously like openly cultural. But any conversation I've ever had with him before is like, well, Poles coming over and taking our jobs. I'm like, you can't fucking... Like, I joke, like we've covered this, I joke about being racist and blah, blah, blah. I'm open. We do have our stereotypes.
Yeah.
And we do have things that we think, you know, black people like fried chicken, Greeks are greasy, all those kind of things. Turks make kebabs. Oh yeah, there's one, Turks, we make kebabs for all Muslims who are terrorists.
Sorry, there's the one before that.
Greeks are greasy.
I've never heard that one.
Never heard greasy Greek? Like slick back hair, oiled beards. I think it comes from like the Roman era where the Greeks all used to oil their beards.
Don't you mean the ancient Greeks?
Well, the Roman, there was like, I think it's just, it's the same
surely the stereotype
as...
is Greeks bomb each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly, right. The insult for a Greek, and there is a word for it in Turkish, but it's a word they use, like, for instance, Australians call us limeys.
Yeah.
Right, things like that. I can't remember it in Turkish, but it's basically, in Turkish, they call the Greeks shirt lifters.
Yeah.
That comes from ancient Rome. That's the insult. There was a lot of homosexuality and open bisexuality in Greeks, but also, like, here's the interesting thing is that started then. The Romans were the ones that gave them that nickname, as far as I know.
Okay.
The Romans gave them the shirt lifter moniker and started making a thing out of their homosexuality.
Right.
And the Romans were pretty open anyway, but they were the ones who pointed out that they were gay and that was a bad thing. Mm-hmm. But the ones who carried it on were the Arabs and eventually the Turks, whereas bisexuality and homosexuality in Arab, certainly in ancient Arab, like Parthia and stuff like that was very open as well. They'd often be like, I will reward you with women. Oh, no, thank you. Boys. No, actually, I don't want any, you don't understand. It was open. Like, yeah.
Tats.
And yeah, so I don't get where that insult.
Would you like this trolley? I paid £4 for it. It's worth 35.
It's belly armour.
What's wrong, dog? Yeah, so there's some, I don't even know what I was on about there.
You're talking about ancient Greeks and stuff.
So the way insults come about and stereotypes, that like the shirt lifter. One of my friends used to go out with a Greek, a girl of Greek descent, and I jokingly used to call her a shirt lifting plate smasher, which is just a lovely set of words to go together.
Yeah.
And it's weird how all those stereotypes come back from such ancient things.
So it's coming back around to think like I said, it will become apparent to anybody who listens and anybody who knows us well enough that we are playing characters when we do that stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, absolutely. But
to the point where I almost always put a voice on when I do
that. It helps.
I don't much like the Jews. I'll always put on
fucking fairies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day, and not to try to to sing my own praises, but I was trying to think if I have a negative connotation because it was funny enough because a Polish family walked into my shop. And the Polish families in Ireland, as everybody does when you come into an independent shop, they haggle the price.
Sure.
But it tends to be sort of Punjabi, Indian, Pakistani. They are used to haggling. My dad's the same. Turks are exactly the same. Mm-hmm. The haggling is the dumb thing. Whereas we have a price, we pay it.
I think it's probably comes from a very heavy, like a lot of the shops in kind of places like that are marketplaces.
Exactly. So that's expected.
Yeah.
What my dad says when we go shopping for like gifts in Cyprus, that's not the price. They want you to haggle. If you just pay that, you're a sap.
Yeah.
Some places you do, some places you don't. But on the most part, so they'll come in and they'll always haggle, right?
Sure.
And that's what set me off. Is a family came in, they wanted a bike, they wanted a load of parts, and it came to £182.75. And
183 at a push.
No, I gave him the price, and he looked at me. He was like, "Oh, here comes the haggle," and he went 180 quid. I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." To be honest, if he'd have given me 185, I probably would have given him the £5 back just to save the till in my change, the change in my till anyway.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, okay, there's that one. Do I have anything where I go, I don't like that? And I was like, no, I actually don't. So there's no.
Don't like what? As in like.
As in any race, any sexuality, or any. And the only group that I am racist towards are racists.
Yeah.
I fucking hate. And I will joke about it, and you do. It's human to. When you're talking to somebody, Dad, I've got a customer coming to pick up a bike. My dad watches the show. Customer coming to pick up a bike. What's he look like? Tall, is a black fella.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what he is. But
It's also
I hate people who make that. This black guy came to the shop today.
yeah.
Right.
So you're using it's the difference between using it as a distinguishing feature and using it in a thing of
for instance,
expect something like this.
Yeah. For instance, when I was saying about the with the fight in the shopping centre, I only mentioned, for instance, that the security guard was Asian because he was being pretty brave in himself as a minority that is normally bullied by the type that he was confronting.
Sure.
I know that point because he was brave to step up to them as an Asian man who they were probably going to call Packy and whatever and mock himself.
Sure.
But yeah, and I was like, I think the world, hopefully, it's that old thing about, there's an old poem, isn't it? It was my mummy's black, my daddy's white, and I'll be half and half, which means everybody will love me.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately isn't true.
No.
That you know there tends to be racism on either side.
In an ideal world, it would be
exactly.
My parents are irrelevant.
And I am irrelevant too.
My mum's a human, my dad's a human. We should
exactly. But that doesn't work.
No.
And I'll be incredibly racist about zebras.
Yeah.
Fuck zebras.
Yeah. Can we just make that a thing? Fuck zebras.
Yeah, seriously.
The little, seriously, just be a fucking donkey, would you?
Have you seen, by the way?
Get an Arsenal shirt like everybody else.
You know the
fucking Newcastle supporting donkeys. Cunts.
You know the
Hope you get eaten by a fucking lion.
Do you know the
Any zebras? No, fuck them.
I know one, I can't trust him.
Fuck him.
Do you know any fuck, I was literally about to ask you, do you know any fucking zebras?
Zebras? No, I don't. Fuck them.
Have you seen the 3 advert with the horse?
The moonwalking
horse.
I've seen like the short edit version.
Yeah. Well, no, you've seen the one. Where
There's a longer one and a shorter one.
It's like 8 minutes or some shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. No,
I don't think it's actually 8 minutes. But hyperbole. Hyperbole.
It's like our Super Bowl, isn't it?
Expelliarmus.
Isn't that football?
There's a parody one where he moonwalks into an abattoir.
Yes, I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, that's great. Fuck zebras. Send them zebras into an abattoir.
Blake's disappearing.
He
made a motion as if to say, I'm going there. And I think what he meant was, don't mention it on the podcast, but I'm going to.
Yeah. I'm going for a wee.
Okay, have a fun wee.
I hope you wank.
More than 2 shakes is a wank. It's not.
It's not. It takes ages to dry
It's so annoying, right? That phrase, whoever came up with the phrase more than 2 shakes is a wank has never had a wank. Because you're doing it wrong, frankly.
Yeah. Woo, woo, smack.
And I feel like if he ever had a proper wank, he'd be like, this is so much easier. I can make this last as long as I want, whereas the shaking thing takes days.
Yeah. I actually, a disturbing story on the same one was, I went into, I must have been about 12, I remember I was either on the way with my dad, with my family to a bicycle trade exhibit in Birmingham, or it was the time we were headed to Alton Towers. We were going up from where we were.
Birmingham, the place where, according to your impressions, everybody lives.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to do an impression of that Punjabi security. Just be like, is he a Brum? What are the odds?
Alright, I'm from Punjabi land.
You kids shook it out.
But
Mike in trouble.
But we stopped up at services on the way and walked into the toilet, and it's something was stuck in my mind, and I'd say scarred me. It's something that I've often I really didn't like seeing. And I went into the toilet, and there was a guy at the urinal who I walked in, and look, he was there when I went in, and he was just rubbing his dick at the urinal. Okay. And I was like, that's fucking horrible. Apart wanking in public anyway. Yeah. But there's I say I was 12, I might have been younger. That's just fucking inappropriate and disgusting. I mean, these days, if you did that in 2013, imagine what would fucking happen. It's paedophilia.
You probably spat at the end.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's fast.
Was that 3 shakes?
Yeah. I wanked like a champ.
What, to the Rocky theme?
You finally got your catchphrase.
Yo, Adrian! Is that why he's got one eye shut?
And Blake Harmer, I wank like a champ.
Done.
I'm spent.
Ain't gonna be no rematch.
I will break you in the dick.
I must break your ass.
I broke my dick.
So I had a weird dream the other day.
Did you get laid?
No. Okay. I know, right? I'm wasting dreams. This one was weird because I think it must be because I've had so many older people be dicks to me recently that they're starting to creep their way into my subconscious. So what happened was, I remember that I'm at my old house where I used to live in outside of Chatham, and the only reason I know that is because of the way the house was set up. So it was set up exactly the same. The road outside was the same. I remember this because it's relevant later as well. And a bloke comes to the door, and he looks. I've been struggling to explain it. He looks like if Beaker from Muppets aged badly. So he's got that.
What, you mean at all because he's a fucking puppet?
Well, yeah, but like
Me.
he's got.
I don't remember things.
You kids, get off my. I miss those two.
Oh, I really want to watch. You know, like Muppet Babies.
Yes.
I want to see like Muppet Geriatrics now.
Yeah,
I want to see the older part of that.
The Muppet Oldies.
Muppet Oldies. Yeah.
Kermit's
dead.
Oh, hey there.
Miss Picky died.
I need to take a toilet. I need to take a toilet break again. Yay!
He's an annoying little
Is that the dying agent ago?
So
because when they go into those, you know, they used to do those like daydreams where they'd be like flying a plane and shit like that.
Yeah.
Go down the Death Star trench. It'd just be them having fucking dementia dreams. I remember when I had knees.
that didn't happen. It didn't?
I remember Waterball 3.
I remember when Miss Piggy and I...
I remember when we weren't eating horse.
So this bloke comes to the door who looks like Beaker aged badly. He's got that sort of long... the shape of the face. He's got like wispy grey hair at the side.
His head looks like a test tube.
His head, yeah.
Right, you look like a stick.
Long, thin face, wispy grey hair at the sides.
Skeletal.
Hello, may I borrow your phone? Yeah. So he's asking if I can't remember what the original question is, but the second question that he asks is, "Oh, and can I, if you've got one spare, can I have a bar of soap?" Which is basically it's a plot device to get me to leave the hall.
Yeah, of course.
So oh yeah, wait inside because it's pissing down. I'll go up and have a look and see if I've got a spare one. So I go up into the bathroom, and even in the dream, I'm like, that's a weird request. Something's obviously not right here. So
Inception.
Dreamception. No, wait.
No, that is.
You're going to wake up and you actually are going to go out and buy some soap.
Yeah. I need more soap.
I'll put it by the front door, waiting for.
You know how when people wake up after a nightmare, it's like, oh no, please don't kill me. So, I need to buy some more soap.
Rob, why is there soap by the front door?
Well, funny you should ask. So what I do is in the dream, I get the soap, and fairly quickly, but I sit at the top of the stairs and watch him. And he starts nicking things out of people's coats at the side.
Fuck old people.
Yeah, seriously. Even dream old people suck.
And they just nick the soap.
I know, right? He's already not paying for that, so there's that.
Yeah, fuck him.
Arsehole.
You and the fucking zebras.
I know, right? And the trash wizard.
Yeah.
He wasn't
fuck
there.
them all.
I was surprised it didn't look more like him, actually. Cause,
No, that's true. Yeah, he was in
collecting tats. Like, you got a spare bar of soap? I'm making a collection.
How much do you think this is worth? 30 bucks.
So I sit and I watch him, and he's stealing bits and things out of things. And it's nothing valuable. He's not taking car keys or wallets or anything like that. He's taking, combs. And I remember him. The last thing I remember vividly is him taking a lump of iron pyrite.
You have those?
No,
I might.
In the dream, I might.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's got that in their coats. Who else?
And so I come downstairs after watching him.
Pyrite.
I'm just like, right, he's nicking stuff, so I'm going to nip this in the bud right now. So I think, well, I'm not going to let on that I know. And so I go downstairs, hand him the soap, and say, "Yeah, that's all I've got. Sorry, I'll probably give you a second one if I had a spare one, but because you've obviously earned it." And he leaves, and he's walking out, and there's like at my old house there was a pair of doors, so there was the front door, but you had to come through a porch door in order to do it. And he's left the porch door open, and it's raining. And I was like, "Oh, you have a good evening." And as he walks away, there's this compulsion to just yell, "You thieving cunt!" And he turns around and he gives it that kind of, that look that, that, again, to fall back on stereotypes, chavs kind of do, that kind of...
Come at me,
yeah, what are you going to do about it kind of look. And there's a crowd...
famous for doing that.
There's a crowd of people, especially those who steal iron pyrite out of people's coats. There's this crowd of people coming across the road. And again, like I say, this is all the same road I used to live on. And
Yeah.
And they're dressed like in suits and tuxedos and smart dresses and stuff like that. And they suddenly part, and there's this commotion from the back. And this chav comes tear-assing down the road and starts chasing the old bloke. So I'm guessing that in before the
in your pre-dream,
in my pre-dream, in my sort of in the prequel, which I'll probably dream next week.
In my original vision.
I've got the action figures now. You can have thieving old guy with iron pyrite. So he starts chasing the guy down the road, and then I wake up.
Right. Well, did you lob the soap?
I don't know.
Did you wake up and you'd eaten your pillow? No, wait, that's when you dream about it in a giant.
I tasted soap. That's all.
Okay, yeah.
But I may have also been eating coriander, so it's not really helpful. I've been having really weird, vivid dreams recently, and one I had a couple of weeks.
It's all the drugs, mate.
Yeah, it's all the probably all the drugs. All the caffeine is probably keeping me awake. He says, cracking up in his third Pepsi Max. And
other carbonated drinks are available.
I had a dream.
Probably shouldn't know. Pepsi Max is pretty fucking awesome.
I had a really vivid dream the other night where I was arguing with a girl who I'm quite keen on. Like, it wasn't. I don't know that in the dream it was a context of we were in a relationship or anything like that. It was just,
So even you wouldn't dream about being in a relationship.
Apparently not. I'd rather do about old people stealing tap from my coat. Because maybe I'm just trying to fill a void in my real life.
Yeah, maybe. But there's not enough old people stealing tap.
And I remember it was so vivid, this argument, that when I woke up, I almost texted her to say sorry.
Oh, I've done that. My fucking girlfriend has woken up in a mood with me because I slept with somebody in my dream.
I've had that, yeah.
Fuck,
I've had that.
I didn't do shit.
Your girlfriend's woken up mad at me.
Pissed off.
Yeah, your girlfriend's woken up angry with me because I fucked somebody in a dream once. It's like, come on, can't you just be happy for me? No, I'm serious. Joking aside, I've had that. My last girlfriend had that as well, where she would wake up, she'd be shitty with me all day, not in a really
obvious way, just a bit short,
a little bit short, but at the same time she'd be jokingly aware of it as well.
My girlfriend's quite short anyway.
Well, there is that. Everybody's short to me.
That's true.
And when I said, what's up, and she you were mean to me in my dream. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'll do better tomorrow.
Yeah, would you like me to balance it out and be mean to you in real life?
Just punch her in the cunt.
Which is what I did.
That's why she's your last girlfriend.
A quibbler might say that I overreacted, but at the same time, I would argue I wasn't,
And to be fair, she was so upset, she just slammed the door and then got mauled to death by a couple of chaps.
And a zebra.
Yeah.
Fuck zebras.
Seriously, killed my last girlfriend.
Wait, if there's any zebras listening,
fuck you.
Go the fuck back to Africa where you came from. Was that racism? I said go back to where you came from. I think that is never a non-racist statement.
No, I guess not.
Like, is there ever a case of where you could say that?
Well, they're endangered.
Well, yeah. No.
They're good.
Zebra.
They're good. Well, they might.
What can I do to make them more?
Let's just derail this a little bit again. Is there ever a situation where go back to where you came from is acceptable?
If you forgot something at the shop.
Oh, okay. Go back to where you came from.
Go back to Lidl where you
dirty
came
from.
Nigger.
Oh, is that too much?
That's it.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise.
We're learning about the boundaries.
We're learning about the boundaries. So, go back to where you came from is fine. Go back to where you came from, you filthy racial slur.
Yes.
Is not allowed.
You insert racial slur here.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, there you go. So you missed a trick while you were on the way here, right? I watched Blake play this game called... Hang on a second. What's it called?
It's called Urban Trial Freestyle, I think.
Nice.
It's basically PS3 couldn't be bothered. Couldn't actually afford to buy trials off the Xbox. I decided to actually just go, you know what, fuck it, we'll make a bootleg version.
Except
is it like left to right, you accelerate and tip the vehicle?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I've got one on my
you
tablet.
try and do
tricks and...
Oh, okay, mine's a pure race, you've got to get over like obstacles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine is like they actually have little things, make the first round, try and do that, try and beat your friends, I think is the idea.
And there's two reasons it's fucking hilarious. First of all, he's crap at it.
Brilliant. Best reason.
Second of all, so there's this bit, right, and he was going through the level, and I watched him do this a couple of times, and I'm not sure what the appeal is. I think Blake might just be a bit fucking morbid, where he went over the ramp, missed, landed on his head, and he'd just sit there, rather than reload the checkpoint, he'd just sit there and watch to see if he twitched.
It's good. I'm like, I don't think he's getting up. It would be my ideal game if you think, oh, we'll just reload and try again. But no, I think it's actually better if actually the credits just started rolling.
Dun dun.
Yeah, on this similar one I've got, my girlfriend thinks it's hilarious when I have because I play it in back, you tip the tablet left and right to make the bike tip, and you just hold the screen to make it accelerate.
Yeah.
Right hand side of the screen accelerates, left hand puts the brake on.
Gotcha.
And if I'm playing it in bed, you're naturally tilted anyway, so the bike is always tilting backwards. So every time you do a jump, you don't even jump, you just accelerate up. If you do a 0.0 backflip into the ramp, she thinks it's fucking hilarious every time. Absolutely every time. Or when I'll miss a ramp, I'll jump and miss the ramp, miss the landing, and just disappear into the abyss. She fucking cracks up every time. Yeah. So I'm going to drive her off a cliff next week.
I used to have a girlfriend who used to find it hilarious when
My girlfriend?
Yeah, I've had several.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not once. I'm a gentleman.
Is that before you punched him in the car?
Yes. No, this one didn't get a cum punch.
Oh, good.
No. Probably should have, but didn't. But she used to find it really funny when my characters died in Lego Star Wars because of the noise. And once I managed to park a vehicle underneath power lines so that I jumped, and whenever I jumped out of it, so I recorded it for about 5 minutes and just sent it to her, and then I recorded over the top, and I'm spent. Good night. Didn't go down well.
What Blake did in the toilet?
That was a spare room
Is
offence.
playing Lego Batman now a term for wanking?
Why not? I'm trying to 100% Lego Harry Potter, if that gives you an idea.
Expel it!
Expelliarmus jizz. Come on, Facialis. Jizz in the tits.
The arms.
Calm.
Gryffindor!
Yeah, see, my favourite thing to do at the moment is genuinely to get drunk and play Lego Harry Potter. Just occasionally shout, 10 points for Gryffindor!
I do that whenever anybody fails anything.
I'm playing
If I see somebody fall out, if I'm like walking down the road, I see somebody like trip, when you like, people don't fall but they trip off the curb.
Yeah.
As loud as I go, 10 points for Gryffindor! Just because it's sarcasm, you see.
Yes,
They didn't actually do anything good. They wouldn't actually earn points if they were in the Harry Potter universe.
I just go, Dah! I can't use a road correctly. Yeah, so there's that he does. So he watches them claps on their fucking head, and then just sort of watches them lay there. He's not going to move, is he?
No, to be fair though, that is not the worst part of that game.
No, it's
the bit that bugged the shit out of me the most is that you're sort of like this fag on a bike, and I think like the stuff going on in the background, I think like the police are trying to stop you or catch
brilliant.
you.
Yeah.
For some reason
While you
or
work
another.
out how to do a backflip.
Well, yeah, while I'm trying to land on my head, you know.
Yeah.
Worst getaway ever.
He's not twitching, arrest him.
But but the weirdest thing I actually saw in this like game I played was that the police would, rather than trying to catch you or trying to do something or set up like something to burst your tyres or something. There was one guy, I shit you not, threw a flaming barrel at me. I thought, this isn't Left 4 Dead.
Officer Donkey Kong, get him!
Officer E. Honda, put a car in the way. He'll have to kick it first.
Good point. Oh god, yeah, but it's like we can't catch this guy. We tried, everything. Police cars, tried helicopters, everything. Nah, just fucking throw a fucking barrel at it.
I love video games. They're so batshit crazy sometimes.
Oh yeah, the logic that seems normal in a
Yes.
computer game is sometimes amazing.
Well, it's like, perfect example, I was playing a game today, right? It's called Binary Domain. It's a fucking awesome game. It's like a third-person shooter, like, similar sort of vein to Uncharted, Viewpoint, and that sort of thing. But it's
Something you
more...
can do rather than just kill.
Yeah, you've got, you've got to sort of work out where the switches are in the room and stuff like that. There's not as much puzzling as something like Uncharted. It's more about the shooting. But it's really well done. It's, like, I'll give you the sort of synopsis. It's basically about a futuristic society where humans have automated robots to perform construction, menial tasks and things like that, and they just live the life of luxury. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, underneath them, half the earth is flooded.
Right.
And the cities they're living in, these tall sorts, super cities, are built on the ruins of the old ones that have like flooded.
That's and stuff. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's two robotics companies. They can't. The only thing they're not allowed to do is build robots that look like humans.
Right.
Somebody does. Everybody thinks it's one company.
In a robot kind of robot. Like
no, as in like with skin and stuff on.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
More like a sort of Terminator thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're sent in on behalf of the US government to work out if it's the Japanese who've made it, because everybody's accusing the American company of doing it, and it might be the scientist who works for the Japanese. I haven't got far enough yet to see if it's actually the case, but I wouldn't.
I imagine you can probably, if the game is as open as it sounds, you can probably make the decision as to which one you incriminate, whoever it is.
I don't think it's that open.
No? Okay.
I think it's going to be one of those. It seems quite linear, the story parts, but you can approach it in different ways. So what it sounds like, for instance, you can take a robot. You're always shooting robots, and they look like iRobot style ones.
Right.
But if you take their head off, they don't know enemy from foe, and they'll just start shooting the nearest person. So there's an element of strategy to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just, I was on there's a bit where I was on a monorail train today, and I thought, well, I won't expect to find any, ammo pickup.
Well, yeah.
Who takes ammo on a monorail?
That's like the wonderful Skyrim thing where you break into like a 7,000-year-old vault and open up and there's just like a fresh apple.
Yeah.
Who the fuck put that there? Don't eat that! Don't eat that!
Fresh by ancient
Zombies
ruin
have been eating that.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Even by ancient ruin standards, fresh is not so fresh.
Yeah, or gold as well. Just little coins everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that in a tomb maybe, but yeah, not just a fresh pile of salt.
Yeah.
That's going to be damp, isn't
And also, why is it so neatly piled?
Yeah, every time in a little bowl.
Yeah, or in a little bowl, wooden bowl.
I do love Skyrim.
What you were saying about that game, that binary domain there, do you ever get the feeling that like certain games happen in the same universe? So like, for example, you've got your got fighting above the city, and sort of like under the water you there have Bioshock.
Oh wow, what a crossover.
That would be so cool.
And therefore, sadly, don't cross over, because I'm sure Big Daddies would make the game better.
Quite possibly.
Any game pretty fucking awesome, wouldn't they?
Dance Dance Revolution would be improved.
Yeah. Echo the Dolphin.
Parappa the Rapper.
Echo the Dolphin would be fucking amazing, guys.
Echo the Dolphin fucking sucks.
Oh, I want a 3D shooter, but where you play as a dolphin.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really a shooter then. But a 3D dolphin driving game.
I'll kill you with my bubbles out of my nose.
I'll kill you with
Are they
sonar.
bubble nets, or is that killer whales?
I'll kill you with
No, that's
sonar.
what I mean,
Is
that's
it-
bottleneck.
Yeah. They make nets, don't they? They circle the fish, releasing bubbles, and it makes a net that the fish can't escape. Because the fish don't know how to fucking go down. It's the ocean, fucker!
Turn left.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know how to go down, they're terrible in bed.
Fuck mackerel and zebras. I hope the zebras get eaten by the lions and the fucking mackerel get eaten by the dolphins. Fuck mackerel, you tasty little cunts.
On that
note, I think it's probably time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So we've been Omer, Ibrahim, Blake Harmer and Rob Wade. Fred's been
mackerel.
in traction. Fuck mackerel, fuck
Well,
zebras.
probably he hasn't hit the ground yet.
Fuck all those races I mentioned that I didn't like, but mostly fuck racists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck them.
Fuck racists, fuck
racism.
zebras.
Fuck races, fuck zebras, fuck
Fuck
man.
And watch that really interesting video of I think it was a Turkish football team where they have a black player and he got insulted during a match. When they had a rematch, he refused to shake hands and they beat the shit out of him for 90 minutes and the referee kept turning a blind eye. It was amazing.
What?
Yeah, no, they were just like tackling the shit out of him. Like you could see like the blood coming out of him. The referee was just like, play on. Because he called the guy like a dirty nigger or something in the last match.
Oh.
And Turks within football are really restrict about their racism, so the referee just turned a blind eye while they kicked the shit out of him. Go watch.
Kick the shit out of the racist.
So out of the
Sorry,
racist. Yeah,
right,
yeah. No, they didn't just kick the shit out of the black guy.
No, seriously,
No, he refused to. The entire team put their hands behind their back when it was time to shake hands with him.
Right.
Shook hands with every other member, put their hands behind the back when it was time to shake hands with him, and then just beat the shit out of him for 90 minutes. It was fucking amazing.
We really are improvising this outro every week.
Yeah. Go watch Racist and beating shit out of.
Go watch somebody fuck up a racist.
I like
fuck
watching people
zebras.
get punched in the face, basically.
Yeah.
You know those living statue people? Right, I saw a video of somebody like bothering one, he gave it like a wet willy and was like tickling his moustache.
That would be distracting.
It was like a solid silver cowboy, like with his hand, and he drew
Oh,
a
you mean the
pistol
finger
out.
in the ear?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. When you said it gives him a wet willy, I was like, that would be a distraction.
No, he's like tickling under his armpits, stands in front of him, and the cowboy just punches him in the face and goes back to the stance. I didn't see what happened after that. Hopefully, it was a wicked cowboy shootout.
All right.
See you next week.